interview you. Is that okay?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. You seem like a real patriot.
Well, I am.
And what does it mean to be a patriot?
To be patriotic, I'd say it means to love our country by honoring the founding fathers and all that had to take place to win the Revolutionary War, in which General George Washington, who of course became our first president, led the Continental Army to victory. It means to honor the founding documents, of course the Declaration of Independence, which I just learned took Thomas Jefferson 18 days to write, by honoring the Constitution. The first one is like the birth certificate of our country. The second one, the Constitution, gives us our democracy, or our form of government.
So, do you think they follow the Constitution in this country?
Well, some people do and some people don't.
What about the people who don't? Who are they?
The people who don't, wow. Well, I'd say people who are being led by the what I call liberal unto slavery party, which is moving outside the Constitution. That is, they're moving our country towards slavery.
So isn't a fundamental right in the Constitution to own slaves?
I'll have to reread the Constitution to answer that question correctly.
You said that the Democrats, the liberals, are they want to bring back slavery.
Well, it's a different kind of slavery. It's not enslaving black people or any other people, but if we decide to invade the free enterprise system, which is what the one party is attempting to do, is to take over the free enterprise system, then if we lose the free enterprise system, that will lead us back into a different kind of slavery where everyone is under the control of the centralized government.
So I take it you don't like centralized government?
This health care plan that is being pushed through the Congress would pretty much be the death of health care.
Now it seems to me like you're a pretty healthy guy.
I myself had a hernia, which was pretty bad, and I went to the VA hospital in San Francisco, and they did a wonderful job on it.
Now that's a state-supported, I mean that's
run by the government.
That's run by the government.
That is run by the government for
veterans. But you want to get rid of that?
Well, there is a special, not everything can always be exactly cut and dried all the way down the line. I mean, the veterans
But you don't want the same care for everyone else. You don't think other people should benefit from government medical treatment?
That illegal immigrants go into hospitals and get completely free medical care, while Americans who are living inside the law are either denied care or have to pay a huge amount. So there's an unfair issue there.
So you think that those people shouldn't get any medical care? Illegal immigrants shouldn't get anything?
I think that they should begin by living inside the law, and they should come into our country inside the law rather than outside the law. So to begin with, you're saying, well, should these people who are living outside the law, which technically makes them outlaws, should they be treated, and you're kind of trying to paint me as a bad guy.
No, this is also in the Constitution, because the founding fathers, even though they said all men are created equal, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, didn't mean all men, and you don't either.
Quite a magnanimous statement, I must say. Yeah, you should maybe follow me into Georgetown when I do street ministry to the homeless and see if you say the same thing.
What if they were illegal? Would you do ministry to them?
If they were illegal? Wow. With the 7 sandwiches in my bag, I'll walk through Georgetown and minister to the poor.
But did you give any to illegal aliens?
I didn't see any. I saw 3 black men.
Well, those are the people you need to help. You need to help those.
Who are you, Eddie, to tell me who I need to help?
Because they're the ones who are getting denied all of their rights.
Well, if they're living outside the law, then they don't have any rights. How can you... I don't understand why you would say someone who entered our country knowing that they were outside the law has rights. That is a lawless type of an attitude. Let me make one thing perfectly clear. Read my lips. If you enter the country inside the law, then you're legal. If you enter it outside the law, you're an outlaw.
But what if they were hungry?
Is there anything about that that's difficult to understand?
What if they're hungry? Would you feed them?
Oh man, You know, you're putting all kinds of responsibility on me.
You had 7 sandwiches in your knapsack. Would you give one to someone you knew to be hungry and an illegal alien?
I have done that before. I have done that. You know something, Eddie? I got to tell you, I got all kinds of warts, and you do too. I'm not perfect, and neither are you. So let me make that perfectly clear too. If you're looking for someone who's perfect standing here on the street, you're interviewing the wrong person. If you want to slander me, if you want to criticize me, if you have given yourself a fault-finding ministry, you can pick on anybody on the street and you'll find plenty of faults. At this time, I've got to go, Eddie. At this point, Eddie, your time's up. You're in overtime.
But in some way, you really represent America. Warts and all.